Welcome to your national weather updates. We're in the midst of a largely fine week of weather, with many places seeing sunny spells for the next few days, but a few shower clouds are bubbling up again, just like they did on Monday. You can see these showers drifting down the eastern side, and then overnight this line of clouds been spinning in across northern Scotland. Many places further south, though, starting off with quite a bit of sunshine, just a sprinkling of those showers now heading through central and southern Scotland and across northern England. Hit and miss, not everywhere seeing the showers, but just a small chance we could still see a heavy one. The odd light shower too for Northern Ireland, but brightening up over northern Scotland, and in the south it stays dry. Some cloud bubbling up, but many places seeing sunny spells. For most, the winds are pretty light, so if you can get in the sunshine, even though it's not spectacularly warm, temperatures are close to average, maybe a touch below. It certainly feels a bit fresh across the Northern Isles of Scotland with a brisk wind blowing here. It'll certainly turn pretty chilly overnight as well. We'll still have a few showers around through the evening over northeast England, but they do tend to fade away, so most places becoming dry and clear. That will allow temperatures to drop. We may keep a bit more cloud across these eastern parts of England, helping to keep the temperatures up. But where we've got clear skies across the south, through Wales, Northern Ireland, and a good chunk of Scotland, temperatures really will be dropping fairly low, down into single figures, low single figures in rural spots, and say one or two pockets of frost still possible, particularly in parts of Scotland. So yes, a cool start to Wednesday, but for most it'll be another dry and bright day. Probably a fair bit of cloud across these eastern areas, certainly initially. That'll tend to break up through the day to reveal some sunny spells. From mid-morning onwards, the possibility of a few showers over the Midlands and eastern England. I think, again, pretty well scattered, nothing too heavy, and they should disappear through the afternoon. But you may catch a shower here. Certainly looking at some wet weather coming into the Northern Isles, the Western Isles, and the far north of the mainland of Scotland during the afternoon. But again, most places dry and bright and with some sunshine. Again, not spectacularly warm temperatures, maybe a degree or so higher. So again, close to average, but it feels pleasant enough. The sun is strong enough so if you can get out in it. But UV levels are going to be high in places, so don't forget the sunscreen, even though it's not particularly warm. Again, Wednesday evening sees the cloud and any showers melting away. Most places dry and clear. That thick cloud still persisting over northern Scotland with a little light rain here. Leading into, again, another largely fine day on Thursday. We've got high pressure in control, hence why most of us having fine weather through this week. This weather front pushing in will bring some rain to the northwest on Thursday. As it bumps up against the high pressure, it kind of fizzles out, but it could produce some showers on Friday and the odd heavy one. But for most places, the high pressure will hold on. So for much of the rest of this week, as I said, plenty of fine weather around, just a few scattered showers, many places seeing sunny spells, not particularly warm by day, and some fairly chilly mornings.